Hi, Matt here. I wanted to talk today about a bit of a conundrum that I have, and maybe it's going to be a problem in the future for me. And that is, do you work on your idea full time? Do you get a part-time job? Is it a side gig? When is a side gig not a side gig? And how to make that decision. So my background, I've been working in growth marketing. I've been in the role for many years. I've got about a decade of experience, and I've always had the thought of you work until you can't work anymore. You help your business grow, you help your business succeed, and really where things started to change for me was rather than those ideas you come up with that you talk about with your friends, maybe over a few drinks of, you know, is a fridge vending machine at Bondi Beach going to make any money? Or do we need to do like a finishing school for adults? Or do we create a review site that enables only customers to review a very specific niche? Now, all those ideas are just ideas, and I would say in some cases, some of them may be good ideas, some of them may be bad. Where the difference for me is I've always approached work as a full-time employee, but my most recent idea and the reason which led me here is something that I've been working on in lunch break, after work, on weekends. And it came to a point where I needed to decide, what am I going to do? I'm getting maybe 10 hours a week of productivity out of this idea. At what stage do I take the plunge? Is it when it makes money? Is it when I reach a certain milestone with interested parties? I needed to define those milestones, but I also needed to give it a shot. So I was lucky enough and very fortunate that I was able to take that plunge. I gave my 3-month notice. During those 3 months, I continued, sometimes at lunch, sometimes after work, sometimes weekends. I would work on my idea, I'd enhance it, I'd start doing things that perhaps in hindsight were a bit of a waste of time. 5-year financial plans for a startup idea. I don't know what 6 months is going to look like. But at some point I spoke to enough people who've started their own businesses, enough mentors, enough academics, enough friends, even family, who said, you need to give this your all. If you have a safety net and you think that safety net is enough and sufficient and it can keep you going for X period of time, dedicating yourself to an idea, you're more likely to get that idea live. So I've had some interviews for 3-day-a-week jobs, 4-day-a-week jobs, but thinking about those job offers, 4 days a week means 40 hours I'm taking away from my idea, potentially 40 hours of progress. That's, while I was working full-time job, that's a month's worth of side hustle. So my decision, my conundrum is, do I work 3 days a week for someone, 4 days a week, potentially trade 40 hours for a salary? But the flip of that is, without salary coming in, yes, I'm doing some surveys, without salary coming in, I know that this idea, if it's going to work, it's only going to work because I'm giving it my all. The progress made within 2 weeks after leaving my previous company is more than I had made in the entirety of the time I worked on it previous. Each week, each day, I'm having more customer interviews, I'm getting more research done, I'm speaking to potential vendors, I'm speaking to people who can help me with technology, I'm speaking to mentors, and I wouldn't be able to do that if I was working full time. And I don't know if I can do that if I'm working 3 days a week or 4 days a week. So what am I going to do? I think I'm going to keep the hustle going. I'm going to keep putting myself full time to this idea until money starts to dry up, and then I might take contracting roles. I might work for some friends. I might work a couple of days a week for a short period of time just to get that income back. But really, if you think your idea is good enough and you think your idea have merit and you've validated it and you've got the drive, why not put your all into it? Anyway, that's my thought for today. Cheers.